Hi, blessed beings, and welcome back to Cheryl Fuller's Spiritual Wealth. Just of you guys new tuning into my channel, to the people that are just now tuning into my channel, we do talk about the laws of attraction, taking positive action, which ends in success and satisfaction. And we talk about so much more: spiritual awakening, spiritual everything, Reiki, standing in your power. And today we are going to talk about, am I an empath? How do I know if I'm an empath, and how can I control and help my empath power and stand in my power? So today, if you have been called to this video, I think most of them will probably say, then you are an empath, because you're curious and you're calling and the call is coming forth. So one really good way to know if you are an empath is just somebody that's kind of been sent here to almost be the first person to kind of take the break and the brunt of kind of the energies, and kind of almost like the Matrix, where you're kind of molding and changing them. So your energy is going to be therefore very sensitive to the energy. The reason that is so that you can learn to mold it and kind of mold it into a more gratifying and a better energy for all of humanity, really. So the reason why you are so sensitive, so you'll be sensitive to energies in any of your surroundings. So you will feel the energies of others around you very deeply. You could even, honestly, you can even feel into how they're feeling, what they're thinking, almost like an intuitive, where you can kind of read their mind. And so that's where you're coming into that empath. And you'll also have very much sympathy. So even sometimes your moment, you'll be almost like an enabler. It's very easy for you to stand in those roles of enabling, and it's also very easy for empaths to also kind of get caught up in drug use, just due to the fact that that energy is not easily contained, and they can feel that, and that helps them to block that energy out. And so sometimes a lot of our empaths here on earth have gotten lost and lost their way a bit, and they're being called forth to come up and rise now, and to move past those lessons, which were a blessing. But those are the reasons why sometimes that happens. Could be the black sheep of the family. All those things might happen. You might notice that it's almost like, you know how like your mom, like when you're the mom, you'll know this if you're a kid, or if you've been a mom in both places in your life, and you'll notice that, you know, you'll be really good for the babysitter and everything, but as soon as mom gets home, what do? You're like, oh God, Mom, and then you start throwing your baba down. That's kind of the way people respond to empaths. So if you'll notice, people are very responsive to you. They'll open up to you. They'll tell you their deepest, darkest secrets. They'll tell you more than they'll tell the average Joe. They'll tell you more, and they don't even know why. They're opening up to you and telling you this. Things will happen like that all the time. You'll be very sensitive. Somebody's very emotional or upset. The reason why you're so it's hard for you is because you can feel those emotions. The same goes for if somebody's upset or mad or angry. You'll be very uncomfortable and feel those emotions. You'll go into a restaurant or like an environment where there's a lot of people, and you'll notice that you can kind of feel that energy. You may feel uncomfortable. You may be more of an introvert. Most empaths are very introverted. They spend a lot of time alone. Not saying that you're not outgoing, that you don't like people, that you really do love people, but you also have to kind of come into your own space in order to kind of protect that energy, and to help you get back to your, you know, higher self, kind of in that balance. And so today I just really want to talk to you about really learning kind of how to manage that energy a little bit and make it a lot easier on yourself. And then also so you can stand in your power and do what you were called and sent here to do. So just for one thing, if you are new to my channel, please hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for all my donations, all my comments, all my likes. Those are donations too. But I just want to say one way that you can really help in your energy, especially when you go to like a huge event or like a huge where there's going to be a lot of people and there's just going to be a lot going on. And one way that you can really hold in your energy is almost like picture your body and your energy in like a circle of kind of like almost like an ice cube, frozen ice cube, where your energy is kind of frozen and you're in this box and nobody can really, and that can really help your energy. And when you're in like for instance, for me, I started using this when I went to Fremont Street a while back in Vegas, and it was packed out. It was on Cinco de Mayo Day, and it was packed out crazy. I was there for my nephew's birthday, 21st birthday on Cinco de Mayo Day. So it was completely packed out, and it was so funny because I know my daughter is an empath as well, and so I knew that she could feel this energy as well. But I thought, no, she's good. So I was practicing this energy that I learned how to be, like just in like, this is kind of, it's almost like a box. Like, I guess you could picture like a box around your hands are like sticking out, almost like the I can't think of a name of like a cartoon or something, but something similar to that. And so you can kind of just be like, and then just make everybody's energy kind of irrelevant to you. But then you can also put good energy out there, but you also have to make sure your energy is balanced before you can do that. But it was so awesome. So, and it was packed out, like I said. I mean, it was like Disneyland or like some big event where people were like almost crashed, like we were this close. And I was like, I'm in a box. My energies were doing good. I'm in a box. And then I looked up at my daughter, and we had to have mask on down there. And I looked up at the time, and I looked up at my daughter, and all I could see was this, and I just see her tears coming from her eyes. And all I was like, you're in a box. You're in a box. So a funny little story. And so that was a funny story where I don't know, it was just kind of crazy how that was kind of an experiment, I guess, for me. And then including my daughter was pretty amazing as well. So I just want to say, if you are an empath and you are struggling going out into public and going into things, here's some other things that you can do in order to help you get through. Okay, so you're in the car getting ready to go into Walmart, to wherever, to a restaurant, to wherever you're going. This is what you want to do. Even into your work especially. This is what you want to do. Just take some nice deep breaths, connecting at heart center and anchoring to your higher self, and just say, I clear this building and everybody in it, and everybody and anyone who enters it. Now, this is also going to clear you. You're actually going to feel it clearing yourself, and you're going to notice that I anchor everybody into their higher self and heart center. And you can also do so many things to protect your energy. So let's say you're walking up to a client or a table, like you're a server and you're walking up to the table, or you're a cash register person and somebody is walking up, and you can kind of feel they're having a bad day and they've got a little bit of funky energy going on, and it's okay. All you have to do is you just do a swipe like this, and that'll kind of break that energy, and you can kind of feel that swipe going through, and that'll kind of cut that energy field there. You'll notice they'll start softening as well, because what happens is instead of you getting entangled into their energy, and then now you guys are both looking at each other like, and now we both got tangled energy and negative energy going on there. What happens when you detangle yourself from that energy, you allow yourself to stand in your power and give back the good energy and not back the bad energy that they're vibing off. So it's almost like you're literally changing what could have taken place due to the fact that you are that powerful, and you have that power to be like, oh. And then guess what you do? You change the shift in the paradigm for everybody. So you're very, very important. And you can still let go of the attachments. That's one thing, is it doesn't matter. Once you do your job, you're done. You don't have to worry about it, because everybody has the free will thing. So it's just up to you to do what you're called to do, and then just let it go, and then detach from it and just let it go. So but there's so many things that you can do. Take a minute to yourself, put yourself first, and take a minute, put the oxygen mask on yourself. That's like the same thing. And you can take a step back. What you'll do also is you'll step back into your higher self heart center, and then you'll actually give and be able to give the person the actual energy that they're really craving and wanting. And due to the fact that you stood back in your power and didn't get detangled in theirs, you'll actually see them start to lighten up a little bit and start to smile. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful energy shift. I used to do that all the time at my work. I would have people that have been waiting for a long, long time, and the manager would be like, oh my God, have fun with that one. You know, like, they've been giving me a hard time. They've been, you know, rah, rah, rah. And so I knew right away, I would just be like, at first I could get detangled in that and be like, oh God, man, this is like, and start spiraling and start thinking all these terrible things. Or what I could do is take a nice deep breath. And what I would do is I'd go, no, connect to heart center and anchor to my higher self, going to that compassionate understanding of their weight and how you would feel. And then you walk over to the table and you just give that compassion and say, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience. And I really appreciate it. When you say that, it's an automatic shift. And it's still a joke at my work today. Thank you for your patience, that they still use because of that. And so I'm truly honored that they still use, because I think it's funny and awesome. And I've even used it in my videos. And so I get tickled pink when that happens. But it's true. Thank you for your patience. And guess what? It just kind of lightens the mood, and it makes it really nice when we kind of switch that around, instead of kind of, like I said, getting detangled into that energy. So then you kind of stand back in your power, stand back. And if you need to, always take those moments to kind of get back into that power and into that energy. And you can say, I clear my energy fields. And you can even take your hand and just clear those energy fields and just kind of take them where they need to go, and just allow your natural flow, and you'll feel and see a huge difference in your life. Also, if you have been in a situation at work, or any type of situation, it doesn't even matter if you're standing in the line at a amusement park and you feel some negative energy or what have you, be like those moments where you're having that awesome day, and you're just like kicking ass and you're just doing everything, and then like a little bit over here, somebody's not having a good day at all, and you could just see it. An empath will want to automatically go and kind of rescue that person a little bit. But when you start really growing and standing in your empath power, you'll notice, and you'll be like, no, my best thing to do is to not get entangled into you, but to stand over here and hold the light and hold my power, stand in my power. That's why I use that so much. Stay powerful and stay positive and stay true to you. Because sometimes when the empaths, they want to go and kind of, and nope, you got to stand on your power. And I'm very much so one to address also empaths being enablers. We have to stop being enablers, and that means that we want to help so much, and we're kind of sometimes helping in the wrong way when we enable people, because we have to let them find their way. And sometimes we'll baby them a little bit and baby them along the way. And sometimes you have to be like, no, this, or whatever, and then let them find their way, and let them find their way. So all right, guys, I hope I got everything. If something else comes up, I'll mention it in another video. If you have any questions or comments that you would like to share, please leave it below. Please let me know how you feel. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, if it helped you out at all whatsoever. And once again, thank you so much for joining Cheryl Fuller's Spiritual Wealth. Stay positive, stay powerful, and stay true to you. Cheryl Fuller, Spiritual Wealth again. Peace.